Driving Uber and Lyft can be a lonely job. Now, I'm not talking about riders getting in and out of your car, because that can be really fun. But when it comes to communicating with other drivers, it can be a little lonely. So let's talk about a few different ways that you can communicate with drivers in your area. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to the RideShare Guy. As a rideshare driver, driving Uber, Lyft, or even another platform that might be available in your area, even including food delivery, at times it can get quite lonely out there, especially if you want to communicate with other drivers. There could be a lot of different reasons why you want to communicate with other drivers. You might want to communicate if you had a bad experience. You might want to communicate if there's something going on or an area to avoid, or even a person or a delivery to avoid. Whatever it might be, there's several reasons why you want to communicate with other drivers in your area. So let's go over a few different ways that you can now. But before we get started, if you haven't downloaded the Upside app yet, make sure you do. Use the link in the description below and also enter RIDE35 for 35 cents off per gallon on your first fill up. All right, so the first way that you can communicate with other drivers is on Facebook. You can find local Facebook Uber and Lyft groups that are in your area. You could join national ones, see what's going on all over the country. You can join state ones that are going to be around the entire state or local area. You can join local groups that are kind of close to you, but not necessarily. And you have plenty of different ways that you can communicate with drivers via the Facebook groups. Now, the next option that you can use to help communicate with other drivers is different forums on the internet, like Reddit or even uberpeople.net. These are different forums that you can go on and communicate with drivers from all over the world. And they could even have different subreddits that are going to be, again, local, just like the Facebook groups. Another option that you can try is using places like Discord. There are Uber and Lyft Discords that you can use, and you can also do different social platforms like TikTok or YouTube. And shameless plug, make sure you subscribe to the RideShare Guy. Go ahead, I'll wait. All right, now that you did, let's get to the next one. Now, those are pretty much different social platforms that are going on. But let's talk about communication with drivers via communication apps. Some very popular ones are Voxer and Zello, and there's a really great app out there called Stop Club, which is designed for rideshare drivers. I'll leave a link in the description of the video so then you can check out Stop Club, because Harry did an interview with Luis, who is the creator of Stop Club. And it's a really great app because, like I said, it is designed for rideshare drivers. You can also create your own groups. So if you don't have one that's in your local area, you can create one and then invite others onto that, and then they could be part of that group as well. And you have real-time info that you could communicate with drivers on. Now, another option is different waiting spots. So things like the green light hub locations, you can talk with other drivers, meet them, and get to be able to communicate with them or exchange phone numbers or, follow them on different apps or whatever it might be. Same thing at the airport waiting lots. Anything that there might be a place that you can go that has a waiting lot, that could be a potential spot where you can meet other drivers that are in your area. And another way that you can meet other drivers that are in your area, which has kind of taken a step back because of the pandemic, but could be making a comeback, is going to be in-person mixers. And these are normally something that is set up by Uber and Lyft. They're invites to local areas, so you can actually meet the local drivers in your area. And again, you can actually gather their info or tell them about different apps, so then you can have different communications going forward and be able to communicate with them. So apps like Stop Club, you can invite them onto the app, and then that way you have a small little community within your community when it comes to drivers being able to communicate with other drivers. Now, what other ways do you use to communicate with other drivers out on the road? What did I miss? Make sure you comment below and let us know. And make sure to smash that like button. And also, if you haven't checked out this video right here, make sure you do, because it's going to talk about 5 different techniques when accepting upfront earnings on Uber's platform, since most markets are going to be upfront earnings. Also, again, here's the subscribe button if you forgot to earlier. Make sure you do it. All right, drive safe, everyone.